alpha males are back, boy, back, and the alpha males are back.
Just as delicious as you can imagine.
The alpha males are back, boy, back, and the alpha males are back.
Just want to degrade the white man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. That's a great sound to come into.
Welcome to 2021.
How's it going, Corey? You good?
Man, it could be a whole lot worse. Well, I had a smash up of a party. We did real cool. I mean, I was over at John from Fiji. Shout out to John from Fiji. I was over at his house when he and his housemate and about 20 other guests. And we had a nice little party, man. It was cool. How'd you spend your New Year's?
I was in Bali.
And what were you doing in Bali?
Just getting drunk. That was it. We were with our friend Sudesh, and we were just living large, just drinking a whole load of shit. It was just from day till night. My back hurt. Literally, my kidneys were killing me on day 5.
That's when it's time to detox, man.
I thought I slipped. I thought I must have fallen over drunk.
Oh,
no.
must have fell off a horse.
But we have to do a shout out because we have our first official sponsor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shout out to Dapur Rubin. Dapur Rubin.
The best BFC, the best chicken you're gonna get in Jakarta, and
best fried chicken in Jakarta.
He was the one who put it.
August has hooked us up, and they have blessed us with a mighty, wonderful spread.
It says best served immediately.
Best served immediately. Mm-hmm. Speaking of falling off horses and getting drunk.
Uh-oh.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, well, 2021. Oh no, I was talking about detoxing. That's what you messed me up. Now the doorbell is ringing, but it's all right. Dr. Dre is in the hospital, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He had a brain aneurysm, unfortunately.
He's good though, isn't he?
I hope so. If not, I hope he left me in his will. If he ain't gonna be all right, I hope he didn't forget about your boy.
Eminem's like.
I don't know about him. Maybe that ex-wife. The wife is like. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I saw him with the T-shirt. It said, she said like, what was it, motherfucker, and he's like, the mom's motherfucker and the little fucker. Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I know the wife is probably praying. She probably praying that he don't make it.
She want those beats money.
Please, Lord Jesus, whatever you do, don't let that man wake up.
Step on that tube. Are you okay?
She probably there giving
about Dre.
She probably giving doctors all kind of bribes. Anyway, well, if you heard that nefarious laugh, that is our special guest, and this time I really mean it. Not just because August is here, but this is our first celebrity guest of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
A professional basketball player here in Indonesia. Jamarr, please introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, I'm happy to be here. Excited to be here.
Thank you for coming.
It's been a long time that I've actually had to look up to someone to say hello, because this guy's taller than me, better looking than me.
That's true. That's actually true. A little bit darker
than me. Got some good tattoos as well.
Less furry than you as well.
Yeah.
Less furry.
I beat him on that.
How did you end up out here, brother?
Man, short story. Just came out here with a sports ministry team, talking about God and giving back to the youth, and got a job at UPH University. Was coaching assistant there, and worked with the youth at a Christian church for a while, and then just met the owner of a team playing pickup basketball. So he knew somebody I knew, and he said I can get naturalized to play, and I trusted him because he played 2K. So we bonded through just hanging out and just getting to know each other. And long story short, I got naturalized, played for the IBL 2016, played for the Indonesian national team. Played in Thailand. Indonesia literally launched my basketball career, my professional basketball career. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be here, man. I'm thankful for it all, man.
You must dunk on every Indonesian.
Not necessarily, man.
There ain't too many tall Indonesians here.
There's a few of them. They had were you here when they had because I remember I was in the airport when the national basketball team walked through, and they had these twin Indonesian. They was like twin towers.
Yeah.
They was like both 7 feet tall apiece, man, and these guys were humongous. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
They got some big boys out here, man. Don't sleep on them.
I haven't seen.
You ain't seen them, but they here.
What's funny being tall here? Whenever I see someone tall, I kind of like size them up, and like when they're walking by, I'm going. Where's my shoulder at? Am I taller than this?
Where's my soapbox?
Yeah. That's it, because everyone just got. Oh, I mean, you must get it a lot. People just go, oh.
Oh man, they're in awe. Like I'm just like I'm not even that tall. Like really, realistically, here it's like
Especially
average for a basketball player, you'd say what 6'6"?
Yeah, about average for a basketball player.
6'6", yeah.
Well, for a professional basketball player, but I mean, even I never felt so small until I met like Dutch people. When you meet like Dutch people in mass, like you realize, man, you're not very big at all. Like these people are like on average like 6'8", 7 feet tall. Man, these people are humongous. But I wonder, and they're white, and they're just lily white.
Play basketball.
Cannot play basketball. They're out there rowing and stuff. I wanted to ask you, how did you before you got here? What what were you doing prior to that, and then what led you to come here? I mean, you already told us what led you to get here, but fill us in about what happened before you got here.
Indonesia.
Oh man, before Indo, I was just working, man. I graduated college. Actually quit my team my senior year because I had a misunderstanding with my coach. So I gave up on basketball. Was working at a window company, selling windows, siding, and roofing, and was
windows at August. That's how you know that.
Come full circle, back to the windows.
August is on the long game. We'll get you back.
No, for sure. When you told me that made me like remember those times, man. But yeah, I was selling windows and I was just hustling, man. But I had this like spiritual awakening, and I just felt like I had a bigger purpose than selling windows, and I just wanted to pursue it. And I knew basketball was something I loved, so I just dedicated literally every single day to basketball, like working out before work, after work, trying to play in leagues as much as I could. Just trying to just find an opportunity, and I knew if I just kept working at it, something would happen. So in the midst of me just working full time and training, I actually played in a semi-pro league in the U.S. It's an American professional league, but there's millions of those kind of leagues. But that was my first professional experience, and at the time I was really, really spiritual, and my teammates would see like I was like the Christian guy on the team, and they're like, "Yo, like you should try this thing called Athletes in Action." They travel all over the world and they talk about God and basketball, and obviously this is what you like, so just try out or whatever. So long story short, I made the team, and then that's what brought me to Indo.
Nice. Did you go to Rutgers? Rutgers is in New Jersey, right?
Yeah. Rutgers, New Brunswick. But I went to Widener. I went to a D3 school.
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
it's all good. It's only in America where these like delineations make any difference, right? And D3, D1. It's really only relevant in terms of sports, but in terms of like academics, your school you could be absolutely from a terrible school like St. Mary's or something, and then you know what I mean, in terms
be a
of
star athlete studying basket weaving or whatever.
No, I mean you could be a star athlete at a very, very bad school. Not a bad school. Let me rephrase that. In a very like low level sports.
That ain't much
sports school. No. I mean low level in terms of sports school. Right? They're not ranked very high, but you can still go pro, right? But more importantly, that you went there for an academic. Like let's say like for instance like the Ivy League. They're not very like people don't recruit out the Ivy Leagues. Like if you want to be a professional football player, basketball player. They're not recruiting out the Ivy Leagues.
That's where all the white people go, right?
Yeah, but more importantly, though, if you make it, there's a few of them. If you make it like, what's his name? Jeremy Lin. Yeah, he went to Harvard, right? Harvard's not it's not a basketball powerhouse.
No, he's not.
He's still playing basketball, and he's I think he might be doing something like, a bit more like Christian oriented in terms of China. Like he might be like a Christian ambassador. Go ahead, August. Jump in there.
I just read news today, this morning about Jeremy Lin.
Really?
Yeah.
Go ahead, fill us in.
Oh, he's in the G League. Yeah, he's trying to make his way back to the NBA.
Yeah, I know he was in Taiwan for a minute. Yeah, I mean he's been all over, but he's made his money too, though.
He was with the Beijing Ducks.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's done with that. He's trying to make his way back into the NBA.
He's got his money though. He's already made.
My point wasn't to disparage anybody. My point was to like. Regardless of whatever the school is or whatever the professional league you play at, if you're really driven, you can make it anywhere, man.
See, this This is the one thing I hate about me growing up in the UK, because we don't have any of this D1, D2, we don't have. There's no push for sports at all. If you're really good at sports, okay, go do the sports outside of school. There's none of that stuff. But in the US, it's just like, shit, you're good, you're the captain, you get a free ride through school, bang all the women you want. Go through to university, get a free ride through university. Hopefully, if you're really good.
That I think is the most important. Like, if you could find a way. Well, I don't know about you, but my parents didn't have no money to send me to college, right? So that was my thing. Like, I didn't care if it was D2 or D1 AA. If I could get on somewhere, some team playing football, I was gonna do that. And wherever it was, I was gonna go. Wyoming, don't matter.
I remember I was 15 or 16, and my PE teacher, physical education teacher, was like, Giles,
we're from America, not from the moon, man. We know what PE means, man. Damn. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I'll draw you a picture later. A little pop-up book. My PE teacher said, Giles, is like, you could be massive if you worked out. You got the frame for it. You got the body for it. You could be huge. Like, why haven't you ever done sport? I'm like, because there's no. I played rugby. I played golf, but there was no avenue. There's nowhere at school was going. Go be great. Go be the captain. There was nothing like that.
Charles, I'm going to tell you the life hack that your family and your teachers never told you. You just being a big white guy in a black sport, you are almost guaranteed to go pro. Almost guaranteed.
Really?
You didn't even have to be good. You just have to be white.
I got forced to play basketball. I was like,
dude, you could have been a millionaire. What's wrong with you?
When I went to school, I remember we did this. It was like an open day when we were in grade 6, so 11 years old. Went to the school, and everyone's walking around. Me and this kid, we hit puberty already. We were like, this guy, the only other guy that was taller than me, he was like 6'7", but he was like skinny as fuck. Like, he had to run around the shower to get wet. He was so skinny. And when we went to the school, and then all these kids would go, who the fuck's this? And then we got to that school, and then in grade 8, we were already the tallest guys in the whole of the school. So we had kids in grade 11, 15, 16 years old, picking on us because we're the big kids. We're like, fuck, I'm 12 years old. What are you beating me up for? I didn't do nothing. And then the I forget his name. He was our biology teacher. He was the coach of the basketball team, and he was like, "Who wants to play basketball?" Giles, you're in. I'm like, "I don't want to play basketball." He's like, "You're in." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "You're tall. That's it. That's it. That was the only thing I had."
He was trying to set you up for life, and you didn't know it. You didn't appreciate that gym he was trying to drop on you.
Yeah, I wish I did. I'm fat as fuck.
You would have got. Just being a white guy on a basketball team, you're almost guaranteed to get drafted, man.
Great white height.
No, it's not just that, because honestly, a lot of places, like a lot of markets.
Well, England as well.
Yeah, England too, right? They don't want an all-black team. They do not like all-black teams because it's not very marketable, especially if you live in like a white area like Utah or Wyoming, right? So they gotta have some white guys at least on the bench to make it look like it's not an all-black team. You know what I mean?
Who was the coach?
Seriously.
Who was the coach of Golden State? Who's the coach?
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr. Do you see his acceptance speech when they won the 5th championship, whatever it was, when MJ passed him the ball and then he took the shot and he was like,
made it.
Yeah, and he was like, you see that? What was it called? The Last Dance?
Yeah. What did he say?
And he was like, okay, so it was in the break, and like MJ was feeling really, really like worried. It's like, so it's like we'll give it to Steve, like let him do the shot because I'm feeling really nervous. And he's like, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And he hit the point, and they won the championship.
Hey man, but not only just being a good shooter, but that's just a whole nother dynamic. Particularly in America, being a white person on a basketball team. A lot of it can take you really far, man.
I honestly wish that, like, if I could have like wound back the time, I wish I would have grown up in America, just for being my size, and because I'd have got pushed straight into everything athletic.
Also have to join like a white nationalist gang too. That's part of it.
You ain't seen my back tattoo yet. You ain't seen my back tattoo anyway.
Anyway, all right. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. Jamar's here. We got him for a little bit. We got some chicken that we need to get to. We got some beers that we need to tend to as well. So, listen, we're going to get our drinks. Fill our cups up. You guys do the same. We'll be back with more Black and the Brits. Stay tuned. All right, we back. Oh
we
man,
just had a
everybody's
massive feed.
everybody that got their stomach filled. They got their bellies was touching their backs. And now everybody's
Shout out
good.
to EP for the curry that they sent.
One more time.
One more time. Shout out for that. You put me on mute.
No.
So we had Eastern Promise curry sent to the apartment. Thank you for August for ordering it. It wasn't free. He's not a sponsor. Lens, you fucking cheapie. They do the best curries in Kamang.
One more time. Dapur Reuben.
Dapur Reuben, that's where the chicken's at. Fuck you, KFC.
We not fooling with KFC no more, man. We not even going there with the KFC. KFC, y'all out the loop, man. Y'all can't get with that. Unfortunately, we must. Somebody. Oh.
So what? Oh, your phone's ringing.
It ain't ringing no more. Let's continue.
Where's my money?
Anyway,
so,
let's continue.
As a British person, and what's going on with your country, guys? What happened?
Jamarr, I'll let you chime in first.
Wow,
you chuck him under the bus. Hey, guest.
Yeah.
You go jump on that grenade.
Yeah, no, man.
You voted Trump?
Man, honestly, I don't have a strong opinion about it because I'm like numb to these issues. The reality of it is this is just what we know as Americans exist already. But it being public to the world, it shows just the lack of just the lack
it's
of
embarrassing.
Yeah, just they don't care. They know they're like this, but they don't care that they're exposing it to the world. But us as Americans, we know that this is our reality. Like the white supremacy and the favoritism and white people being escorted into the Capitol. Like, give me a break, taking the selfies. Like, that doesn't make any sense. If
they were black guys, they had like 6 warning shots in the back, like
warning shots.
Warning shots. They were in ski masks and like tanks and all this stuff, just in a peaceful protest.
Do you see the girl that had the onion in her eye, in her hand? She had a towel with an onion, and she was rubbing it in her eye.
No, from what I heard. To be fair, from what I've heard
I got that from Alex Jones. Anyway,
from what I've heard is that the onion is supposed to offset what happens when you get pepper sprayed.
Also makes you cry as shit, though.
Well, no, the onion's supposed to. Well, that's I don't know if you ever been pepper sprayed. You over here talking that shit.
I'm white. No, I don't.
Of course not. My point is.
No, I don't.
Unless it's on my steak, I don't know shit.
You ain't never been pepper sprayed before. So what happened? I mean, it's a really irritating experience. So that onion is supposed to balance because the onion is obviously got its own kind of agitators, right? So the onion is supposed to balance out that chemical, whatever's happening in your eye. You know what I'm saying?
Onions make you cry. So,
I guess when it clashes with the pepper spray, whatever chemicals in the pepper spray is supposed to offset it, neutralize it.
Here we go. Black and the bro science in it. Let's go.
I don't know. This is what I've heard. I've heard that, and I understand. Listen, getting pepper sprayed is not popping.
What about that girl that got shot when she tried to get into the window?
I wish they would have got more of them. No, because all right, Jamarr brought up a good point. Not a good point. My point is,
it's a factual
Jamarr
point,
said the truth. These police let them folks in there. They opened up the barricades, and then the woman who got shot, right? The woman who got shot, there were police standing. I don't know if you watched that video in its entirety. There were about 4 police standing in front of them, right? And then at some point, so the police are going back and forth with some of these rioters or these terrorists. They're going back and forth, and then the guy says to you, "We were on your side." This is what he says. I watched the video yesterday. He says, "We were on your side," and then immediately after he said that, the police moved out the way. But I don't know if you watched that video a little further. See here, you got foot patrol soldiers. Foot patrol police. And then you got like the Secret Service police. Those the guys in the suits. Yeah, those are the guys who I don't care what side of the fence you on, partner. You coming through that gate, You about to get this heat. And as soon as she tried to jump through that window,
Boom.
bam, they let her have it. And you see that stopped the rest of them. The rest of them wasn't excited about going through that door. So those foot soldiers, the police who opened the barricades, that was one level of police. So it was like, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong.
How about this, both of you? What if that woman was black? What
Come
would happen?
on.
Yeah, we know this. Yeah, we know
That
this.
woman would have got her ass whooped when she was getting out the taxi. They would have beat her ass. They would have snatched her wig off and threw her in the bottom of the jail. Cut it out, man. A black woman wouldn't have made it that far. Come on. So I'm glad that, like you said, I'm glad the hypocrisy is on display.
Yeah.
They let these white folks just go in there and barbarize and just deface the whole Capitol, walk into the Speaker of the House, put their feet up on the desk.
Come on, man.
You think some black folks would have, if I was in there trying to ask for directions, they would have had fucking 8, 9, 10 police on my head. Come on.
You come in my apartment, I'll fucking fuck you up straight away.
My point is that whole thing lends to the credibility of the idea that this was coordinated.
Yeah,
This was coordinated. Absolutely.
It has to be. I mean, in the way it just looked like on public, like it just looked like there's no way a breach this big can just happen. Like
You see what they did? They turned their back. It was like at Magic Mountain or something. Like, y'all, just take over the ride.
Oh, fuck, what
Oh,
it looked like the entrance to an amusement park. Like they just open the gates and kids just. I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous. I stopped watching after that.
Seriously.
But no black folk there.
Oh, there was. Come on, man. You already
There was a
know.
couple of them.
In the background. Is it our turn yet? Is it our turn yet?
Trump, yeah, a couple of them. But you also notice their haircuts.
Yeah, real
shape
faulty haircuts. Real faulty haircuts.
Really?
They had some brothers in there. Unfortunately, they was wearing Wrangler jeans and all that. They was already. These ain't our people. Them is y'all folks.
Yeah.
They ain't our folks. Them is y'all folks. To be clear.
We don't want them.
Hey, all skin folks ain't kin folks. So,
That's facts right
them
there.
is your peoples. No, it's just embarrassing. It's absolutely
It is
embarrassing.
a massive embarrassment. And then you see the video where one of Trump's kids is live Instagramming it, and he's putting the camera around, and you see Trump watching it live happening. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video?
Course.
I haven't seen that video.
It's just.
We don't need to watch the video. Listen,
it's
Trump
wall-to-wall white people.
Trump incited the whole thing. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt about that.
They're literally dancing.
Sorry.
There's a song.
They're dancing.
That video.
Edmund.
That video is actually Trump. It was done by Trump Jr. On his camera, and that's actually a rally.
So it wasn't.
It wasn't.
No. That's not true. No. August. No. This I have to clarify what he's talking about. All right. So if you watch the video from I don't know what day was that? Wednesday or Thursday, whenever that happened back in the States. Oh, whatever. So Trump is there. He's saying we're going to go to the Capitol, and I'm going to be with you, right? We're going to go to the Capitol. I'm going to be right behind you. I got your back and all that. But Trump didn't do that. He jumped in the vehicle, and then he went into a nearby tent, right? There was a tent set up that had TV monitors watching what was happening. So what you saw was a video of them watching what was happening live. That's what you saw. So
That's even more sick.
I know. So they went and basically they was like, okay, we're gonna see how many people actually do what you know what I mean. Let's see how many people actually go through with this. And if this person isn't brought up on treason, come on, man.
Oh man, he needs to go to jail.
Come on, man. This is treason. This is a treachery. This is traitor. I mean, come on. I don't know how many adjectives I can come up with.
Yeah, but he's old as shit anyway, so he'll probably.
I don't care.
He'll die
What's the
next
message though? What's the message you send? If he can get away with this, y'all can do anything. Y'all can do anything. And I would hate to listen, black folks.
Money talks.
It ain't the money. This unfortunately to me, it's not about the money. This is honestly about the principle. What kind of precedent are you setting? These folks can run up in the state capitol, put their feet on the desk, peeing. You know they was in there peeing on stuff. Come on, man. You already know.
Smearing poop all over the walls. And
You know what they. You know they doing all kind of wild stuff. Come on, man. You go get that close, you might as well just fulfill your dreams, right?
That wouldn't be my first thought. I'm gonna piss on the wall.
I'm gonna take a shit.
Well, you wasn't the one. You wasn't the one fucking going up in there either.
I've been in 6 hours. I need a shit. Come on.
You wasn't in the chat rooms either.
I've seen so many memes as well. When you see like Osama bin Laden, he was like, I could have just walked up in there.
That's all I had to do. Just
knock, hello, boom.
Actually, yeah, honestly, and they were talking. I mean, they were talking about that angle too. Like how many like what do you call those people? Like agents, foreign agents, might have attached themselves to them people and walked up in there and put USBs in those computers because they left. Those people ran. Those senators and all those congressmen, they ran. They left because they were honestly in fear for their lives, rightfully so. Because I don't know if you watched I don't know if you've seen the other photos. They erected a gallows with a noose on there.
Come on, man.
And you know who they were looking for. You know exactly who they're looking for. They're looking for AOC.
What's AOC? I'm sorry, I'm English.
Oh, AOC is Alicia Ocasio-Cortez. She's a congressman.
Oh, I thought that was Latin.
They're looking for Ilhan Omar because these guys went in with zip ties and all kind of stuff. They were looking to take hostages and probably string one of them up on that gallows that they erected. They put a cross up and everything. So yeah, this is a white supremacist terrorist group in conjunction with these like petty.
And you know what? We're winning.
No, we not. I can't play that because that's not winning, man. This is so low. I mean, you can.
It's a shit show anyway from Trump.
It is.
For Trump being in power, it's been a shit show for 4 years anyway. And this is just the culmination of
the crescendo.
Shit, yeah.
This is the crescendo of the absolute garbage, man.
And then Biden's going to come in, die, and then and now you get a black woman in power.
Unfortunately, man, I don't think you're too far off the truth on that aspect. But
did you guys vote?
I couldn't vote. The embassy was shut down.
But you're now Indonesian, so
yeah, no, but I still voted. I'm still American as well, so I do the absentee ballot. You know what I mean? And my parents take care of that.
You posted it?
No.
Hey, brother, I wouldn't. Listen, keep that to yourself. Your vote is private. I'm respecting man's privacy.
That's the thing. Okay, mute that one because why is it that in America it's so private about voting? It's so like I'm Democrat. Oh, my neighbor's Republican. Why is it so like black and white? If we're gonna say it, sorry, black, white.
But
anyway.
that's the staple and the foundation of American culture is like divide and separate. Like I'm with this group, you're with that group. So I don't like you because you're with that group.
But it's a nation built on immigrants.
It's not. It's not.
Come on.
It's built on immigrants, but it's run by supremacists. So they don't care about them.
So we have friends here. It's like, oh, I'm Irish. Are you? You like five generations ago, your mother and father came over from Ireland. You're not Irish. You're American. That's it.
You're precisely right. And what you're alluding to is America is a settler colonial colonies like Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Forgive me if I'm missing any of you settler colonies. But America was established specifically to ignore the religious. In Europe, you guys fighting about Christian, Protestant, Catholic, and Irish versus the Spaniards. America was established specifically to ignore all of those divisions amongst Europeans. And when you come to America, there's a new thing. You're gonna be white. And that's where that's why America, right? Like what happened yesterday. Like you said, we know good and goddamn well if those were black folks, there wouldn't even have been no if. There wouldn't have been no if
we wouldn't
they
be
went to the Capitol.
We'd like, okay.
It would have, 200,000 or 2,000 black folks shot down trying to invade the Capitol. Okay, next. And Steph went for 58 points. Anyway. it wouldn't even have been a question. You'd be like, yeah. And then we would be, even black people would be like, yeah, I don't know what they was thinking about. But because these are white folks, now he's like, oh, well, they're protesters. They're wait a minute. You're trying to take over the capital of the United States of America. Excuse me, if there was, like you said, if that was Osama bin Laden, would we be talking about patriotism they would know automatically this is an act of terror, this is an act of war, and they'd be looking immediately, who can we make pay for this?
It's not terrorist when it's white, though.
Of course not. That's my point.
Yeah. That's when you see those mass shooters, like the school shooting. I mean, this is where we're going about how it's normal, like where like school shootings is like they go, oh, okay.
Charles, I'll give you a prime example.
But you get wait a second. So what I was trying to get was when they catch the shooter and he's white, he's in a flak jacket going into prison. He's fucking guarded, all that stuff because he needs to do his time.
Giles, that's
not
no.
He ain't walking.
It goes deeper than that. I want you to watch how. I want you to become more cognizant of when they catch these white guys doing these mass shootings and maybe these acts like these people. Watch how far the media goes out of their way to paint these people as normal up until this event. Like they used to go to church, they used to take out the garbage and and they used to pray every Sunday. Just a normal person, and then he snapped. But what happens when it's black folks? No. What happens when it's black folks? Is something wrong with their upbringing? It's your parents, how they was raised. You grew up in a bad community. It's all of them, and this is how they act. So we need to get all of them. You understand what I'm saying? So when it's white folks, they individualize the terror. It's just him. It's only him. He had a mental breakdown. But when it's us, that's how y'all was raised. Y'all got problems, and we coming to get y'all asses. That's the difference.
Jamarr, one of the things we have to fight for is that there's always that black glove. Is always so fucking. Come on. If the glove don't fit, quit.
Oh my god.
Man, look. We talking about the one black guy who literally got away with murder, and we still paying for that. I'm still paying for that.
That's the one. I just watched the documentary.
Oh my god.
I was there going, he killed the bitch.
I saw the documentary. Yes, I agree with you. He did murder her. But with that being said,
that's your one.
That's my one. That's my last one for the day. What did she do? That was a joke. I'm not condoning any murders man, let's get off of this. OJ did it. He should be still in prison, but he was the one who got away.
Hello, Twitter world.
Too bad, so sad. All right, he got away.
That's it.
Let's bring it back to brother Jamarr. Jamarr, you're out here doing something really positive.
He is.
Now, all this negativity going on in the States, so I'm glad you and I are not there.
Thanks.
What are you doing here? And tell us what you got going on.
Well, when I'm not playing basketball as a professional, I try my best to give back to the youth here, and I try my best to train privately students or youth who want to get more educated in basketball. So I do it online. I have an Instagram page called @JJEliteBasketball where they can sign up and
say it again.
Yeah, @JJEliteBasketball where you can DM and sign up and find a time with me where I can train your son or daughter. All ages, I just love giving it back because growing up, somebody did this for me. So I dedicate my life when I have free time to do this for others. So I love it, man. The kids enjoy it. The parents, I have great connection with the parents as well. Overall, it's just a great experience for me because it also helps me get my ball handling tight, when I'm not playing. So I work on my game. I help them get better in their game, and it's just like a match made in heaven. So if you're interested, just let me know. And we can get some time.
Well, I'm interested. Because, listen, I think I can take JJ for about 7 minutes. My handles are still kind of nice. My handles are still nice. I'm still nice with the rock.
Okay,
I still got a little shot.
Real talk. How many of those mums are thirsty?
Oh man, I can't.
Jamal, you better not say two. No. You better hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on, because I'm gonna sign my kid up. I'm gonna find me a kid to sign up.
Nah, man. Nah,
There's gotta be some
everybody's really professional with it. I have an admin who handles all like the intake, so I don't really directly talk to like a lot of the parents.
Batters were miserable.
That's good. Keep separation, brother. Separate between church and state.
But I keep it professional because a lot of the parents, they love the fact that I'm spending the time with their kids. So like if they're in town or if I'm in their town, they invite me to dinner and we hang out.
That's beautiful.
Stuff like this. So yeah, nah, it's never like that. I never run across that boundary.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good. Actually, you know what?
Keep it off there, Jamarr.
No. That's the best thing. I mean, obviously, you know this in terms of business.
I used to get it.
Keep the business and the bullshit separated. You know what I mean? You don't want nothing to mess with the money because we need our money. We got to get them checks. If that little piece of little fun is gonna interfere with my money, I don't want no parts of that fun, man. Seriously.
So
that's facts.
I was never on your level in terms of golf, but I used to coach golf, but never on a professional level. I'm never a professional golfer.
You're professional now, Giles.
I do all right.
You out there teaching them old dudes how to lose better.
But I used to. Do you want the AC on? Yeah. It's getting a little bit warm.
We're almost done with this segment. Oh, excuse me.
So I used to coach golf. I used to teach. So I used to teach at a school, and they found out that I play golf, and I used to teach the kids golf, and there was a few mums going, teach me. I'm like,
teach me.
Of course, that's always going to be an element, right? That's always going to be an element of that kind of thing, like tutoring.
Because all the kids that I used to teach, they're from rich families where the dad's rich as shit, and the mom's home alone,
young
and hot as fuck, and it's just like, well,
her brain is wandering, her mind, she got idle time, and you know, idle mind is a devil workshop. Yeah. But my point is that when you're in that kind of business and you know that that's a possibility, you got to always stay away from that because
he's doing it good.
You got to. No. You got to because you don't want nothing messing up your money. You don't want no drama messing up your money. I don't need that.
It would never affect my money. This is like it would affect your money. Yeah. As soon as you get one back. The thing is, we're here, like the expat community here, it's not that big. For a country of 270 million, there's probably 60,000 expats, and just in Jakarta, you get a bad name that whispers and it goes through. And you'll never get a gig again. So you're doing it right.
Yeah, I'm definitely never going to cross that boundary. It's a lot of other
that hot mama
guy. Nah, for sure. I would never. Nah, honestly, because at the end of the day, too, like building the relationship with the parent and the kid is very, very important. Like I have to have a great relationship with them in order to make sure that we're instilling the right values within the kid. You know, like after a training session, I can't just walk away from the session. You know, I have to have that relationship. I have to have that, you know, that camaraderie, that chemistry. So I will never cross that boundary ever.
How do you see Indonesian basketball? What?
Man, it's on the up and up, man. The FIBA World Cup is in the FIBA Asia Cup is in Indonesia this year. The FIBA World Cup is in Indonesia in 2023. There's a lot of Indonesian mixed kids who are playing abroad in Italy and Spain. The height of the players that we mentioned, it's generally, you know, they're short, but there's a lot of
You're welcome,
kids.
right?
A lot of speed, though. A lot of speed,
but they also have a great, you know, they have a knack for the game. You know, they have a different knack for the game, different chemistry. But overall, like, in my opinion, I've been here 8 years. I've seen it just going upward, and you know, the trajectory is high. So I'm really excited. I mean, even though I may not be able to participate directly with the national team again, you know, barring some circumstances, I always would support Indonesian national team. I always would support Indonesian sports because it's given me the opportunity that I have and changed my life dramatically. So I think it honestly, just objectively looking at it, it's on the up and up, man. It's going to be some big events coming in Asia. Well, the whole world's going to be in Indonesia, and a lot of the big Asian countries. 2023.
2023.
The whole world.
Oh, it's only 2 years away, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like 2021 now. It's like
I just spent the whole year in my apartment, man. Look at
that. But it makes sense though. Sports should be on the up here. It's what, the 5th, 6th largest by populous country in the world. I played golf with he used to be the Indonesian coach of the football team. Football, soccer. Sorry. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
And also another guy. You played
Yeah,
poker
played
with.
poker with that guy.
He's the softball guy. The coaches.
Baseball is actually pretty.
Catching the
Baseball is pretty big here, man. Baseball is pretty big.
Softball.
The
yeah.
softball's huge as well.
Yeah, I know.
See, the thing is, what's really weird that I found in Indonesia is that it's all the American sports, and then when you speak to people, they all have the American accent. I was like my ex-girlfriend.
Ain't nobody got time to go all the way over there to England and get into what y'all got going on.
She has this American accent. When I first met her, my ex-girlfriend, I said, "Where did you study in the States?"
Oh, Gloria?
Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake! All right. Well, now you're the elephant.
Just busting out, just giving up all the game. You just fumbled that. August, you was a low. Anyway.
But I said to her, I said, "Where do you study in the States?" And she said, "I've never been to the States." I was like, "You sound like a Californian girl, like literal Californian." Like,
how you know what a California girl sound like? You ain't never been to California.
Yes, I have. 2006.
Oh, did you really?
I went to a tea party.
Let me talk about that off air. I gotta get the specifics before I go putting some information out.
I almost married a girl.
Anyway, let me get about it. Anyway, so brother Jamarr, back to Jamarr. Back to Jamarr. You think I can get a 1-on-1? Because I think I can win, man. I think I can win. It's 1 to 10. Actually, you know what? Give me about a month to get back in shape. A month.
If you're on 9 points and Jamar's on 0, you might win.
I think I can get about 3. I can get 3 points. Legitimate, I can get 3, man. My game is that nice.
Hey, I mean, I'm open to all challenges, man. I mean, I don't talk trash. I just
He's too nice.
keep it on the court.
Show and prove. I'm gonna get myself together. Trust me. Give me 1 month. I'm gonna put this is officially the Black and the Brit Challenge. We're gonna go to Brother Jamar's Academy.
What's the date?
Bring our camera crew. Wait, what's the date? Oh, hold on. Wait.
Corey.
Start from Monday.
Jamar's gonna do black on black crime on you, man.
Oh my God.
Listen, man.
And I'm watching.
Listen. I'm nice too. You forget I got skills. See, that's what your problem is.
Hey, wait a second.
What's Monday? The 11th? Monday's the 11th.
Wait a second.
A month from Monday. And then we'll bring a camera out there. And then we'll post it on Instagram.
Okay. So
how did the black do against the brother man, Brother Jamarr? Trust me, I'm gonna get mine.
That'll be the last episode.
That'll be the last season finale.
Yo, we got 7 minutes, right? We got 7 minutes. We're making a good 7 minutes.
I just lost the black. If anyone else is out there, anyway.
No, actually, I think we should do that, like a promo video. All right, we had Jamar's Academy. Yo, I'm about to give him my hot 10 real quick, and then y'all can come out and learn how to get this work too.
Dang.
Threes, The Rock, handle The Rock.
Threes with a cigarette in your mouth. That's when you know.
Stop it, man. I'm giving all that up. I'm giving that narcotic up, man. I gave that up.
Wait, I didn't even know. So, okay, you're a basketball player. What position you play? Because there's multiple positions.
I'm gonna guess small forward.
Yes.
See, there it is. See, I already knew, so I was already sizing him up, ready to get. Okay, can I get my post?
I already don't know.
Can I get my post on?
What about you, Corey? What position
Can't post him up. Well, back when I was in better shape, much better shape than I am now.
Cowboy.
Point guard. Point guard. But if I had somebody
Gatorade?
like you on me,
You want some Gatorade?
if I had somebody like August on me, I'm definitely posting you up. I'm Charles Barkley in your ass. I'm a Barkley your ass.
Yeah, now you're picking on Asians.
I'm picking on him because this guy been
Keep it nutritious. Come on.
I'm keeping it nutritious. August don't stand a chance, but Jamarr. All right, now that's a much. I'm gonna have to go to my outside game.
So what does it mean?
Shoot
What does your
threes.
position mean? I don't understand your position.
Basically, a small forward is like a jack of all trades. Like they can score, they can dribble, they can pass, they can play in the post, they can defend well. So like they kind of like versatile. You know what I'm saying? They can do basically anything on the court.
So who would you say is it's not nice to say, but who's the famous person that would be in your position?
LeBron James.
LeBron. But LeBron is like an exception because he's more of a power forward.
Wait.
More of a power forward.
Well,
KG plays as small forward too, right?
Yeah, but I would say just like the most famous is LeBron James. But he plays point guard now.
Actually, Bird is probably the most famous. Larry Bird. Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Wait a second.
There you
The
go.
white guy. We got to get them in there. We got to get y'all involved.
Who's LeBron James?
LeBron James. Oh, you know how it is.
LeBron.
Here we go.
LeBron. What does LeBron mean? LeBron means something in French.
He's Leroy's brother.
No, Leroy. Leroy means the king in French.
I
right?
just saw a post about LeBron where Reebok offered him $10 million. Like, sign with us. We'll give you 10.
And he was like,
10 mil. He was like,
I don't know about that.
and then Nike signed him for $90 million.
yeah. Well, you know what?
Do you know what he's doing good? The best thing that I like about LeBron, he's done nothing shit. He doesn't have any baby mamas. Yeah. He doesn't have 13 kids.
That's real. That's real. That's real.
School, he's got the school. He's got the kid. Okay.
Good man.
Okay, I asked you a question. Has LeBron done anything wrong in the past?
We wouldn't know about it. We would know.
You guys.
And actually, you know what? Let's rephrase that. Has he done anything wrong in terms of like crimes and stuff?
Yeah.
Nah, he never did none of that. Has he done some stuff that people probably might be like, if it came out in public, it would make him look bad? Of course he has. But my point
No,
is,
has he? Okay.
none of it has ever come out, so that means he probably ain't doing that much of it.
He's still with the same girl from high school. Got all the kids. I don't know how many kids he has.
Four.
Whatever.
Same woman though.
Same woman. He's done. The only thing that he's done bad is when his hairpiece fell off again.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see that.
You see that?
I didn't see that.
I mean, he was balding for a while. He got the surgery. I mean, so
I ain't mad. LeBron he had a complex, man. He had a, you know what I'm saying.
You do you. It's fine.
If that's the only thing you hold against my man, come on, man. I want that life.
He's winning.
I want that life.
He's probably one of the best pin-up sports personalities of the year.
No, here's the most.
For example,
yes.
For me in the UK, it would be David Beckham. Be David Beckham.
Yeah, because he was famous at like 15 years old, right?
He was famous from day one.
No, I mean like he got famous like really early when he was young.
No.
When did Beckham get famous?
Like probably 90.
Okay, we're talking about semantics.
But he was the guy that I could. He's my guy that I would say equivalent to LeBron James.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's done nothing wrong through his life. He's just
came up kind of rough. Came up rough.
Yeah.
Rough life. Yeah.
He used to. So if you think about it, for David Beckham, he got with posh spice. Okay, Victoria Beckham, whatever her name was. He used to drive from Manchester to London for training. It's a 3-hour drive. Yeah. I mean, how good was that pussy? I mean,
you're asking the wrong questions, man.
What's the right question?
The right question is how special was that girl?
But he's making all that money.
Look at me brown nosing, y'all.
He was literally in the best team of the generation. He was in the team of the Bulls in 90 whatever.
So you asking the wrong question. How special was that girl? Honestly.
Yeah, she must suck a...
Nah, come on, man. He on the road 300 days a year. He getting all kind of
but the thing,
tricks and all that kind of stuff. You know
my point is that David Beckham's done nothing wrong apart from the sarong in 2001. But we forget about that.
He bought the LA Galaxy, right? I think he sold the team too. He bought it and sold it.
Check this out. No.
Yes, he did.
Check this out. No.
All right, go ahead, man.
Let me educate you. So he moved to the US to play football. He was the biggest star in the US. He moved to LA Galaxy, and his contract was, I think it was like $100 million. It was like $500,000 a week. Yeah, something like that. But in his contract for the MLS was, at the end of my contract, I get to own a football team.
He did the same thing that Jordan did.
And now
he did the same thing.
Now he has the Inter Miami football team.
Oh, damn.
I'm not mad at him. Listen, what you're talking about is a person who lived his life in the public eye and had the mental fortitude not to do nothing stupid, didn't kill nobody, didn't get nobody pregnant. Come on, man. It takes a special kind of person to have that level of fame at such an early age. LeBron's been famous since 13, man. I remember seeing him when he was in 8th grade on
13.
Sports. No. But he was already on Sports Illustrated.
What was it? The Cleveland. What was the team? Cleveland.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Listen,
Yeah, but when he was a kid, when he was at high school.
Oh, St. Vincent?
St. Vincent's.
Yeah, something like that.
St. Vincent's.
He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at age 13 or 14, right? He was already...
And then he got banned because his mum accepted
You know, because she had a Hummer. Yeah, they had a Hummer. Listen, that's the worst thing that he did. Sign me up for that. So, this guy was projected to go number 1 overall since he was 14 years old. 14, how did you going through your life knowing that everybody...
I'm already women.
Everybody you meet, everybody you know, teachers, school, they want a piece of you. How do you navigate that? Like every person, like just a dude at the airport. That's how we met Rich Paul, right? He was selling the jerseys, the throwbacks, and that's how he made him his agent. Just like, yo, this guy he liked me and I like him or whatever. He made the guy his agent. The guy who was selling jerseys out the trunk of his car. Rich Paul, super agent now. Rich Paul. Anyway. My point was, LeBron did all that with the public spotlight on him from age 13 on up until right now.
He's the king.
Can't give him nothing. Can't give him nothing but his props, man. None but his props.
I seen what the 30 for 30. 70% of NBA stars are broke 5 years after leaving the NBA. 5 years.
LeBron is never going broke. His kids are never going broke.
He's got a Nike deal for life. Like Tiger Woods, also.
Tiger's another one, but I mean, he had his missteps. Tiger's another one, but he had the spotlight on him very early. No, not because he was with a white woman, but
he loved just laying.
He just doing all kinds. LeBron, listen, give him his credit, man.
Can you imagine though being like, okay, let's go to Tiger Woods. Can you imagine being that successful and literally every woman's like, let's go.
If I'm on that level, I'm saying, LeBron, what's your secret, man? What you doing? Because I'm sure LeBron is doing something similar, right?
He must.
He got his harem.
He must.
He got his harem, but it ain't getting out in the public. And so that must mean everybody's taken care of. Ain't nobody trying to run the TMZ and you know what I'm saying? So whatever LeBron's doing, y'all need to do that. Tiger need to be following LeBron. I don't know what Jordan too. Jordan, I mean, obviously a little bit of Jordan stuff kept coming out, but why are we talking about dirt and professional athletes? My point is LeBron's led an exemplary life.
Because we have a professional athlete here.
That's true too. But we ain't going down that path, and we ain't trying to send these kids down that path. But we're just having fun. We're just having fun.
I would actually like to ask you. So, where did you go to college?
I went to Widener University. It's in Pennsylvania, Chester, Pennsylvania.
Did you? So you went into the draft?
Oh no, I never entered the draft. Like my senior year, I went to a small Division III school, so potentially I had the opportunity to go to a Division I school. If you go to Division I schools, it's easier to get into the draft and pursue an NBA career. But for me, my circumstances, I'm the only one in my family to go to college, so I didn't have the education and the knowledge and like just the understanding of just how to navigate that realm. So.
And that draft, and what you gotta understand is like, there's a whole business. All right, so there's a business around.
It is a business.
No. I'm not talking about that. There's a business after that. So, for instance, let's say you go into, let's say you might be in a D1, D3, D2, whatever college you at. If you don't have the money to pay like one of these trainers, like they got these training institutions, and that's how you get on the draft radar. If the guys who are not, the guys who don't get drafted, or the guys who are projected to go like second round, third round, you start unless you got the money to pay these big level trainers, right? You're not going to get on nobody's radar. But those guys who come from families who got the money, so they can get on those trainers rosters. Blindside. Yeah, no, not blindside. That's totally come on. A guy that big is not going to get ignored by the NFL. He's just not. 6'8", 450 pounds, whatever. You're not getting ignored by the NFL. You could have went to Indonesian college.
Wait.
You just not.
Did you wait? Sorry, we're gonna say. Did you see that big ass black guy that run the 40 and then his dick fell out?
Oh yeah, I did.
You see that fucking thing?
I didn't turn. I wasn't trying to turn this into that kind of show, but I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. No.
I ain't see. We ain't checking for other black guys' penises. That's how we live it.
BBC, brother.
Jesus Christ.
We are not. Me and Jamarr on the record. We are not checking for other black guys' manhood. That's not what we. We're not in here for that.
Because you're already working with something, so it's
That's true too. But at the same time, we're just not out here checking for other guys. Yo, man, you see? We don't be calling each other. Yo, man, you see that? Yeah, that was massive, wasn't it? Like,
he's half an inch bigger than you.
nah, we don't be living like that, son. We don't be living like that. Yeah, let's get off of that. Let's get off of that. What was I talking about? A large portion of like who gets discovered after the draft, like who gets invited to camps. That has to do. I'll tell you my first lesson in terms of the politics behind the sports. All right. So I don't come from a family who got no money, right? So when I went to walk on at a university, I'm walking on because feel like I'm a good player. I can play. But when it comes down to making cuts, they got this white guy on the team that I think is like, dude, he's absolutely garbage. Why is he on the team? Well, little dude, I know that his father got his name on the library.
Yeah, $100,000.
You understand what I'm saying? And the politics, that's real.
Really?
That's real. They will get you off. They will. I mean, for a person like me.
So there's bare talent that just never gets.
Okay, I'll give you like me. For a person like me who was like middle to low talent, right? Middle to low, wasn't a 5-star.
You're not going to be a star.
2-star, no, but I might be a solid player though. Might be a solid player. Given a chance, no.
You could definitely do a job. You could do
definitely be better than a lot of these guys on the bench.
The white.
But I'm saying in this case, it was the white dude. But at this little school, the school that I went to, Fresno State, the guy that they kept on the bench, that was occupying a space
for you,
because his father was a big donor to the school, right? His father was a big donor, and obviously money talks and BS walks. My dad ain't got $500,000 to give for no new library, so when it's time to make the cuts, all right, Mr. King, you got to go, and him right here, yeah. We got a spot for you, baby. We got a spot for you. Here you go. And that's all the family wanted.
So the lesson is, don't be black. That's basically.
Don't be black and untalented like me. No, I was talented, but my talent wasn't enough to override, supersede like this guy who's family.
So you have a guy that's like, you're equal.
I would have had to be Deion Sanders.
You'd be equal, but his daddy gave some money to them.
Absolutely. So he's going to get the spot. Unless you Deion Sanders or
Indonesia.
Barry Sanders, whatever. You ain't on this team. You can find another team, but that's the kind of politics behind sports.
But where is the gap? I mean, you must have seen it, Jamarr. Where is the gap where it comes to just bare talent versus daddy has some money? Do you see that gap?
It depends on the situation, man. It really does.
But you must see that gap as a professional basketball player. You must see that gap where daddy has money versus I'm just good at basketball.
I mean, that's my situation. You know, I mean, I was by far the most talented player on my team, but my parents don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, all my friends now see me successful in basketball. It was evidence to everyone that I would succeed. But to my coaches, they were like, no, he can't shoot, he can't dribble. They would make fun of how I pass. But I'm like the leader of the team to my peers.
But just bare talent. It was just
just talent-wise.
You were the best guy on the team.
Yeah, just talent-wise. Like I had crazy hops. Like I was dunking alley-oops. Like we had one play.
You have to translate. What's crazy hops? What's
that? Jump high, man. You can jump out the ceiling. Jump out the gym. Jump out the gym. You got hops.
Right.
No, you can dunk. You can dunk on people.
But basically,
think of all the white people you ever know, and then just go below. I'm that guy.
Oh man. Well, actually, one of my best friends is white, and he can shoot. So he's like,
I can't shoot for shit. I'll take you on the golf course. I will teach you on the golf course. But
yeah, man. I'm a putt guy. I can't.
So
yeah,
you were the most talented player on your team.
Yeah.
And then why did that not translate?
Because the system's in place. Like with the college I went to, the coach that recruited me left the year I came to the school. So a new coach came. He has obviously his favorites and people that he wants to implement into the team. On kind of sponsors and people parents who are giving money to the program for their son to get positions.
I want my kid to.
Right. I mean, and maybe not even just get them make them the starter, but just the fact that they're giving money to the program and providing services for the program is making the coach realize that their son has to get in the game. And it's so much of that. Honestly, it's so much of that. Like
that's all the way through America.
But at the same time, this is the thing. Like, talent is undeniable. So like someone like me, who even though I didn't get that affirmation from my coaches and that validation, I never stopped believing in myself. And when I quit the team my senior year, I watched the team crumble. I watched the team.
Why did you quit?
Because the long story short, we played in the triple overtime game. And I had 20 points at half, but I didn't play.
Sorry, what's triple overtime?
So like basically, if it's a tie score at the end of the fourth quarter, you have to play an extra quarter. So we played an extra quarter.
Is it 15?
Extra 5 minutes. Extra 5 minutes.
Extra 5 minutes. Extra 5 minutes. We played extra 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, it was still a tie score. We played another 5 minutes. After that tie score, it was another tie score. We played another 5.
Keep on going
until someone has the higher score. But I didn't play any of those overtimes and the second half of that game. But in the first half, I had 20 points.
It's like, coach, put me in.
So at the end of the game, I had to approach my coach. I'm like, hey, what happened? He's like, you know what? You seniors are all selfish. You're not thinking about the team. I'm like, what? Like, so at that point,
I could have won this.
We lost on a full court buzzer beater from this All-American guy who made this miraculous shot. And I was just like, yo, like, all right, you guys obviously, this is something else going on here. So I just quit the team. Like,
see, I hate it because I'm a very competitive person. I'm not on your level. I'm never gonna try to be on your level.
But you ain't playing basketball either. If he went on the golf course, I'm quite sure he's probably not gonna be as good.
I'll make him cry. Anyway.
Beg for mercy.
Okay. Gimme. Anyway.
If he was playing Parcheesi, I'm sure you'd make him cry. You know what I'm saying?
Parcheesi. That's hilarious.
But for me,
Yahtzee.
Like I was never a star of the team, but I was always in the thing. But if something was happening, I would be screaming at the coach.
And then you will just lose all credibility. He won't play you anymore. And then that's what I did. I had the same exact situation. We got in a verbal argument. Then he's like, oh, come to my office on Monday. If you feel the same way, you don't want to quit the team, then let me know. I was just like, man, this situation, this team, all this, and I just left. But little did I know that a lot of times, like, especially in American sports, like, you need a coach, like guys like Kevin Durant, guys like LeBron James. They're only successful because their coach seen them as a talented player and they didn't jeopardize their potential.
Yeah. I was just about to go there. A lot of what you see is a function of, all right, so these coaches, I mean, it's a small conglomerate of coaches, right? You got coaches in the high school level feeding players to coaches in the college level who then speak up for them on the pro level to those coaches who made it up.
How many good universities for basketball?
It's about 100. About 100.
That's not a lot.
That is a lot. In the context of the United States, it's about 100. Yeah.
August is coming in.
Yeah. August jumping in.
I have a question for Jamarr. So on the way here, Jamarr and I in the car, we talked about his journey as a pro ball player, and I asked him, would you like to go into the NBA? And then he said that it's not that easy, man. It's all political. Not to quote him, I'm just using my words, but it's basically you basically gotta know people. First of all, to get to the G League, and then so on and so forth. Jamarr, can I ask you?
People don't understand what the G League is, though.
Yeah,
the G League is like developmental. It's the league.
Right.
Under
This is what a lot of us don't know. Jamarr, can you please expand a little bit on this? Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know a lot of millionaire basketball players who don't play in the NBA. They play in Europe. They play in overseas.
Of course.
Like Josh Childs, right? Josh Childs.
Eastern European.
From my hometown, literally from like the city I grew up in, down the street from where I live are mansions. And the one guy, I'm gonna shout him out. His name is Kyle Hines, and his brother Tyler Hines, they're millionaires. I mean, not to put them out there like that, but they do so much for the community, and they played and have a successful career playing overseas. And when I asked those guys about, why they didn't want to pursue an NBA career and things like this, the NBA is not for everybody, and everybody thinks basketball in the U.S. is NBA. No, it's a platform, and most of us athletes, we just want a platform. We want a platform to do what we value.
If I can, sorry to butt in.
Yeah.
I literally think basketball is only NBA in the US.
You'd be sadly mistaken, man.
And that's
mistaken.
That's the reality of.
But I don't understand the
China league. The China league. The Chinese league is booming. Spain.
I saw some kid from
Argentina,
Lithuania.
Lithuania is
like making.
It's not even a country no more, is it?
Yeah. This kid's making like 15 million. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I literally, my whole thing about NBA is only.
See, on the flip side though, that's the bad part about NFL. The NFL, and that's what makes NFL.
Because you say world champions.
Can you let me please? You feeling that monkey bar, whatever you drinking, whatever monkey shoulder.
I'm drinking Heineken.
No, you ain't. You drink it anyway. He's all woozy, y'all. He's woozy. He's feeling himself. Listen, my point was, the NFL is in a unique position because it pretty much has a monopoly on where you can go.
It's a private business, though.
It is, but at the same time, they don't have any leagues competing with them.
Because it's a private business.
All right, anyway, so the Canadian league is probably the closest thing you can get, but a person on my level...
Best league in the world.
Anyway, a person on my level, I would have done better. Had I known what I've known now, I would have done way better. I would have done way better going to play in Europe when the NFL Europe was still a functioning league, and I would have did way better going to play in Japan at that point in the career where I started playing.
Your fat ass.
I'm talking about back then. I'm talking about well over 10 years ago.
I'm still talking.
You still talking from the bench. You ain't played nothing, so you be quiet and shut your mouth.
My hamstring.
Shut your mouth and you drink your drink and keep on laughing.
Is it winter? I can't do it.
Yeah, your ass ain't got nowhere near the field, so you cut that out and let the pros talk. All right. So, anyway, let me mute him.
Wait a second.
Back to brother Jamarr.
No, but it's hilarious. I mean, because when I growing up in the U.S., part of it is not just about, obviously we all have NBA aspirations. We grow up watching it. We think it's like the dream of our life, like what we should do. But at the same time, once you get older and you realize that for me, it clicked for me when I realized there's a better life than this. Like American life for me is I don't want to think about police brutality. I don't want to think about white supremacy. I don't want to think about being black and walking around my neighborhood and being scared for my life. I don't want to fear my life just because I'm around white people. I don't want to live like that.
We still around white people, man. We can't get away from these motherfuckers. They everywhere, y'all. They're like roaches.
But Jamarr, you got a little bit of white in you anyway. So
I do.
You're not that black. Come on.
But exactly. But at the same time, it's like you don't want to live like that. You want to live a peaceful life. And in my mind, it didn't exist in America. So leaving America was my only priority. Basketball was literally after college.
It's your avenue to.
I was like, I have to get out of America. I have to. There's no way I can survive here. My friends think a certain way about what's happening. I'm looking at bro, did you see what happened? They're like, oh, it's normal. I'm like, what? I couldn't even.
What's wrong with you?
Bro, where was home for you before you left?
I'm from New Jersey, so I'm from the East Coast.
But when you left, was New Jersey?
It was more Pennsylvania. Yeah, more Philly area. So but at the same time,
fan?
I'm actually Atlanta Falcons fan.
Michael Vick, right?
Exactly.
You're Michael Vick era. Yeah, that's right.
That's why you like my dog.
Yeah, no. Oh man. Yeah, nah. Oh, man. Shots.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm saying I like dogs. Come on.
I don't get it. What's wrong with it?
Fuck that. Come on, Gary. Fucking God, you idiot. See? The fucking
Shout
dog
out to you,
The
man.
fucking
I
dog
didn't know
got
what
it.
you was talking about,
See?
man.
Here we go.
You know what? And that's a testament to Michael Vick. I'm so far removed from what he did back in them days. That's like almost 20 years ago now, dude.
What an athlete.
Absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
an athlete. But I don't care what you did. You're a fucking star athlete.
Yeah, he's one of the best athletes I've ever seen in my life. Along with Allen Iverson.
Steady.
Yo, you don't know Allen Iverson was a prolific football player, man. He was a prolific football player before he was an NBA player.
He's also broke as shit. Man.
No, he ain't. Allen Iverson is not broke.
Also a prolific herpes spreader.
You know what? I was out of town when that happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait a second. Allen Iverson is not broke?
Nah, he's not broke.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Allen Iverson's doing all right, man.
So I'm saying, like, NBA broke and being broke.
Yeah. I'm broke.
See, I'm talking white broke.
By any metric, I'm broke. I don't care what metric you use. I'm broke. But Allen Iverson is like, all right, 100 million, 60 million. Yeah, I guess he's
broke right now.
He'd be broke to his friends that got yachts and stuff, but he ain't broke. He ain't broke in no normal metric.
Yeah.
I love those 30 to 30 though, and it's very. See, I see. Corey, can you mute that mute?
Yeah.
So, a lot of the sports stars in the US, a lot of the sports stars don't come from anything.
They don't.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. I consider myself among them. I was about to get paid until anyway.
Okay, Fresno. Anyway.
David Carr, his brother, I forgot his name, Derek Carr.
Hey, you got Marshall and Lindsay in Skittles on your field? Anyway, okay.
Fresno is a good football town, man. Don't you sleep on Fresno. We got good players. We got a long tradition of NFL players in Fresno. I was just not one of them. Go ahead.
But you get these guys that just, like, they excel at sports, and it's the only thing that they do. The only thing is, I'm good at sports. And that's it.
Would you include Peyton Manning and all his brothers in that?
It wasn't.
You don't even think about them.
Wait a second.
It's the same thing.
When did the league come in for NFL? When did the league come in when they stopped the cap of the salary?
For salary cap. Rookie salary cap. It was 2009, 10, something like that.
There was one guy that got $17 million.
You're talking about Jamarcus Russell. I know you're talking about. He played for the Raiders. I used to see him at the club. Yeah, whatever.
Seen him at the club.
Yeah, whatever.
And then he blew up.
Yeah, of course. I used to see him at the club.
Fuck you, I'm done.
I used to see Jamarcus Russell at the club. That's a bad example. But the rookie salary cap, yeah. Unfortunately, it's an artificial cap. All of it is an artificial cap.
The rookie salary, like if you're a first pick, that's $30 million. That's right. 30.
Yo, man, I don't want to go down this. We done already talked 35 minutes about sports. Because fortunately, we're lucky enough to have a guest. Hold on, Giles, before you get all. He's all fired up, y'all. Listen, you know we don't want to do a sports show. This is not a sports show. No, we're not going to go play no basketball. Not today.
You want a white man not jump?
Oh, my gosh.
Listen, we are going to take a break. We're going to let Giles recompose himself. And then we're going to come back and give you our recommendations. We can't be taking up all of our brother Jamal's time. We'll be back with more Black and the Brit. I don't know what you guys are going to do, but I don't know what you came to do. But I came to listen to the Black and the Brit. Anyway, we'll be right back with more Black and the Brit. You guys stay tuned, and we'll be back.
The message I have, it's a very simple one. The era of the pajama boy is over. Alpha males are back. Alpha males are back. Alpha males are back. Alpha males Alpha males Alpha males are
Okay, let me play Obama here.
We were just talking shit.
Check this out. Check this out. All right, check this out.
So we're sat here with an actual professional athlete.
I was a professional athlete too, man. Don't say like you. Don't. He's active. He's an active professional athlete. I was a former professional athlete. Don't forget that. Don't get it twisted, man. I'll still give you a run for all your money. Don't get it twisted.
You can run for shit.
I can run for about 3 or 4 centimeters. No.
You did a 40 in 4 days.
Corey,
stop it.
Is Texas Hold'em an athletic sport?
Texas Hold'em is not an athletic sport, but I'm definitely playing that sport. My point was that I'm still a pretty good. Actually, I was testing myself a couple weeks ago, man.
No, we have to stop because you're in the presence of an actual professional athlete.
I know, and I know I know me, and I'm still very good. I'm telling you, 40 years old,
Jamarr,
I still got it.
Jamarr, you gotta make a video with one-on-one.
Yo, Jamarr,
Corey versus Jamarr.
Sit your ass down.
Corey versus Jamarr.
We gonna video that. That's later. You familiar with Mahmoud Abdul Rauf?
Yeah, Muslim.
You know he was playing in the Big Three before,
And he was killing them.
Still good, right?
He's good, man.
50 years old. He's older than you. 50-something years old. Killing them.
Just a little bit.
Easy, man.
Killing them. Yo, that's a man who has lived a principled life. Honestly, stood on his principles. This was before Kaepernick. This was way before Kaepernick. They asked him to.
They persecuted him.
Yeah, they was. He was doing a prayer. He refused to stand for the national anthem. They booted him out the NBA, right? Booted him out the NBA. Burned down his mosque. He opened up a mosque in Mississippi.
What was his complexion?
He was light. He was light, bright, damn near white.
Wrong location.
Yeah, seriously. Light, bright, damn near white. But they still burnt his mosque down. They still booted him out the NBA.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
When was it? I don't fucking.
This was 93, 94, 95, right around there.
I was young.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. He used to play with Shaq in college. He was Shaq's teammate, Shaquille O'Neal's teammate. So anyway, your age don't got nothing to do with it, man. You still got it. You still got it. So I'm in the Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, not in his shape, but I'm in the mindset of Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. I still got it, and I can do it. Yeah, I got the spirit. This is the Check This Out segment, Giles.
No, we were talking off air, just talking some.
He was talking shit. I wasn't talking shit. But anyway, Giles.
Eric.
This is our Check This Out segment, man. We got to end this show, man, because we done took up enough of our time. A special guest. A special guest, Brother Jamarr. We done took up enough of his time. So right now, this is the Check This Out segment. If you're not familiar, the audience knows. Recommend something in pop culture that you want to listen, that you think people should be listening to, watching, reading, or whatever, or involving themselves with. So our guest is going to go first. Jamarr. Check this out. What would you like the people to check out?
Wow. Right now I'm really into this book called The 5 a.m. Club. It's written by Robert Greene. He's Canadian. It's honestly,
that's the 48 Laws of Power guy, right?
Well, no, it's not Robert Greene. It's some other guy. Yeah, that's the 48 Laws of Power guy. But the author of 5 a.m. Club is somebody else. But yeah, the 5 a.m. Club. I mean, I was in Bali for about 8 months this year. Really tried to tap into just trying to maximize my time and maximize my days and just enhance my life for 2021. And they saying 5 a.m. is you wake up in the morning, you master your morning, you master your life. Elevate your morning, elevate your life. All these
that philosophy, actually. Ooh, that's deep.
So I'm just yo, I need to learn this. So I recommend just hopping on this book called The 5 a.m. Club. That would be maybe my highest suggestion.
Also, you want to shout out again to your institute, what you got going on?
Yeah, for sure. Just if your kids are interested, or if you're at school or basketball academy, know anyone who's in a school or basketball academy who has a basketball program, I offer private training at JJ Elite Basketball on Instagram, and we can do private sessions. I can do coaching clinics. I can do basketball camps. I'm open to anything involving youth and basketball. So just reach out to me. I'm 100% open to a lot of different opportunities. Just let me know what you guys need.
Well, we're going to hook you up. There's a few rich little...
Word up.
I have to say something. So two of my nieces, Janaya and Joel, are...
Janaya, that sounds real black, man. You sure?
No, yeah. No,
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Shout out to them, Janaya.
Where's the cornrows?
My cousin Robin married a brown woman.
Oh, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at her.
Yeah.
I ain't mad.
So you know,
Thicker
right?
than the Snickers.
Anyway, so Janaya and Joel, they're enrolled with Jamar's program. Man, I'm watching their videos. They're dribbling. They do crossovers and shit. They take my ass down, man.
Of course, I'd take your ass. I'd take your
scared.
ass.
I don't want to.
I'm scared now.
I don't want to play one-on-one with them, man.
You don't want to play one-on-one with me, August. Let's keep it real. Right now, after I had 8-9 beers, you don't want to play one-on-one with me. I would house you. August.
Corey, I'll give you a month, bro. You get one-on-one with Jamar, you one-on-one on me, bro.
All right, there it is. So I got to go through. This is like King Cooper. I got to go through Jamarr to get to the master level. All right, cool.
He's like average Mario. Wait. I just realized. What's your tattoos about?
Oh man, no, it kind of happened organically, but my right side kind of turned into like my spirituality, like like what I believe, like what I value, my principles, what I truly value in my life, and then the left side of my arm is kind of like my culture.
Oh, the whorish stuff.
Yeah, no, my culture, like what I'm saying, like just like the principles in which like I grew up on, that I kind of lost living in Asia for the last couple of years, that I kind of revisited it, and it's like my heritage, like who I am as a African American heritage, and I have tattoos on my chest as well. On my back, they represent, like ancient African, like Kemetic sciences, like Goddess Ma'at, law of balance.
Man, he done went too deep on this podcast, y'all. He done went to the ancient Kemetic tattoo. Yo, y'all.
He doesn't know
yeah, I know what he's talking about. I don't know if y'all ready for what he's talking about.
I just blow some girls' asses out. That's all you need.
No. Listen, that's what those
dumb things are.
Stop it. I know what you're talking about, brother Jamarr. Because listen, the Kemetic. When you start talking about Kemetic religious traditions, you're actually talking about something that predates Christianity. That actually Christianity was modeled after, but a lot of people ain't ready for that conversation. So here we go.
Well, that being said, I have a great.
Take this out. What you gonna say, man? I'm waiting.
No, I'm just fucking in awe about. I just realized I just had a brain fart between you two.
Seriously. Listen. What I'm talking about specifically is that a lot of people think Christianity and Islam were actually the foundational religions of this planet.
I would like to get into it.
We'll get into it briefly. How about this? Okay. What I will say, and very briefly, is that those.
Not briefly. Let's just talk.
Okay, listen.
You good?
Listen, those religions were actually they were actually based on a predated religion that came out of the Egyptian tradition, the African tradition, which is like Osiris and who am I missing? Yeah. This is like the Kemetic tradition. Osiris, Isis, like the Trinity. That's not a Christian. That's not a Christian specific concept. It is one that's predated Christianity and one that was adopted by the Europeans and kind of lopped on top of.
About 300 years later.
About 3,000 years later.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands of years.
So with that being said, so I don't want to get into that because.
But it's fun.
That gets us into another rabbit hole.
But it might be a good conversation. Why?
Another day, another time, but not right now because we're at the end of the show, man. People ain't trying to hear this shit.
It's probably the only time we're going to get Jamarr here because he's about to throw some hoops. Let's talk about it. Religion.
Listen, y'all, I'm not trying to go down this rabbit hole. I'm gonna let y'all. Religion. What I just said though, what I said, and I'm sticking to that, is that the Christianity that we have been taught or been interpreted to us was founded on ancient Egyptian and African religions that had already existed thousands of years prior to the advent of Christianity.
Well, we've only ever had notes or anything transcribed from 6,000 years ago, but yet the human existence is from 200,000 years ago.
So what were they doing back then? That's the question, you know.
Exactly.
And that's what I had to dig into, because living in Indonesia, like being African American, living in Asia, you don't really have.
You're already
many people.
losing. You're black, Christian.
No, not losing. We winning. We winning. We doing all right, man. Cut it out.
Not Islam.
No, but the reality is
And a bit
that
of tan.
people look at me like they call me Michael Jordan because they don't have any idea. So I knew I had value. Like, I add extreme value here because people didn't know. I was the interpretation of black culture to them. I was the historical black person they imagined. I was that to them. So I was able to, you know.
You were their image.
Yeah, like
that was you.
They thought about the NBA. Literally, I actually have a picture in the DBL basketball academy. They had a portrait of like the famous NBA players. It's like Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, like Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's like my name, because they don't really know that I'm just a regular African American.
Really?
Yes, I have the picture still, and the concepts is, you know, but it's not about spirituality. It's just about the black representation in Asia.
Cause they ain't seen me that's true though.
Nah, facts. I mean, like, no, we're not losing out here, man. I think honestly, like, I believe, you know, Asiatic black men, like me. There's a reason why I came to this country. Wasn't like by chance. I never knew about Indonesia, but I automatically gravitated towards it. I was connected to it. Like, I felt I should belong here. It was deeper. All of my friends, they were like, man, this is nice, but how much does it cost? I didn't think about money. I didn't think about anything. I literally sold everything I owned, took a flight here, and then looked back. I stayed here 4 years without ever going back home, and I literally was diagnosed. Like, I mean, I really was just like this dove into the culture. Like, I wanted to learn about everything. I wanted to see everything. I wanted to like experience everything. But it came at a cost, you know. Like, I have scars on my face because of like the pain I went through trying to try to fit in. You know what I mean? Like, because they just didn't understand who I was on the basketball court, off the court. It was a constant unpacking just to like be in existence, because I wasn't around the expats. I was around all local Indonesian people.
That's a good thing too, actually.
But to the point, but to my credit, and also to like I think to the perseverance that it took, I had to dig deeper within myself, because literally I didn't realize how much of my social environment played into my self identity. If I didn't see any black people, I didn't realize that it made me feel different. If I didn't see anybody tall, it made me feel weird. If I didn't see anybody who spoke like me, walked like me, talked like me. So I had to dig deeper within myself to figure out who I was beyond my outside identity. And that's what led me to the comedic sciences and understanding, like, yeah, we did this already. Like, this is who we are, you know.
See, I was trying to whisper. For the people that are only listening, I'm poking over to Corey, because whenever we go out and we're drinking, and like I'm with Corey, he's my one black friend, and then another black guy comes in, I go, and he just perks up, and it's just a completely different dichotomy, because you literally change when someone else of your.
Well, it's something that you guys never really honestly have to think about. It's something that you guys never have to think about, right? You being August is here. August being a Chinese Indonesian person, you being a white person. There's tons. I mean, I'm gonna say there's tons of you people around. And that's the wrong word. Yeah. There are a lot of other Chinese Indonesian people. There are a lot of Europeans out here, whether they be from Australia, whether they be from New Zealand, whatever. There's a lot of Europeans here, but there's some Africans out here. But unfortunately, we have been so disconnected from people from African origins that there's not much of a common bond there. Right. Culturally, there isn't a common bond. I mean, they might dress and look ridiculous. They try to dress quote unquote hip hop, and they end up looking they just look stupid, because it's like, yo, you guys, that ain't what hip hop is. I mean, that's not hip hop, and that's not how black people dress.
The pop that Corey's referring to is called Obama Club in Block M.
Anyway,
that's where we don't belong.
They got one in Kelapa Gading too. Yeah. And actually, the one in Kelapa Gading is much nicer. The one is much nicer. But my point was,
Obama is popping. Yeah,
Obama Club is just one example. The point, the larger point I'm making is that we don't have a lot in common in terms of like Africans like directly from Africa because we're separated culturally, geographically. So unless we see other Black Americans, that's when we can really.
Not from Africa.
No, we're not from Africa. We're Americans, dude.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's a big thing.
We're Americans. That's it.
Like American, like African American and American, like my parents were born in America. They weren't born in Africa. Like
so,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
Charlize Theron, the whitest of white chicks. She's African American because she's from South Africa. And
Man,
she
she ain't. Yeah, she might be African American, but she ain't African and she ain't American. So let's cut that out. She's a white European living in America. That's what she is.
Here we go.
Check this out, man. What you got to offer the people, man? Jamarr already went. Come on, talk to us.
Jamarr already went?
Yeah, 20 minutes ago. Me. Check this out. Yo, all right.
Check this out.
Check this out, y'all.
Wait, where's the new button? It's a new button.
Check this out.
All right, y'all. Check this out. I've been knee deep in the Cobra Kai 3, y'all. You know what I've
Actually, still lost.
Hold on.
That crane kick.
Hold on now. What I really enjoy. Actually, in season 3, I don't want to. There's a couple of tidbits I'm gonna give away. They go back to Japan, so they tie in Karate Kid 2. That's all I'm gonna give you. But what I'm gonna say is that Karate Kid 3, this Cobra Kai. Will Smith is.
It's still data.
Will Smith is part of it, and a few other people are part of it. But what they have magically done is they have magically tied in a teen show. It's a teen show by all intents and purposes. It's a teen show, but it's simultaneously a geriatric show. Simultaneously, it's a
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, absolutely. It's for like people in their 50s and they like going on 60 years old.
Like August.
Yeah, but people like August. Like if you remember Karate Kid, right? Back in 85, 84.
He was at 30.
He was like 13 back in 84, 85. My point was, it's still relevant. So it's still relevant to old people, and it's simultaneously a teen show.
Yes.
It's really great writing, man. How they blended those two.
Yeah.
So, like for me, I don't feel it all a bit left out. Like even though they're trying to, obviously all of the references are updated and they're new, but they still got the like the dude who play I forget the guy's name who plays
it doesn't matter.
Johnny the blonde dude.
Johnny Manziel.
No, Johnny the blonde the guy from Cobra Kai. Anyway, that's my favorite character in the show, man. He's but he's an old guy trying to find his way in a newer, updated world, right? And it's like what we all would be going through if like we're trying to blend in with 18-year-olds or 16-year-olds. We'd all be struggling like that. But it's a really great show. I love it. Ralph Macchio is good. The guy who plays Johnny, I forget his name.
Rocco Siffredi.
No, not Rocco's. Anyway, the guy that plays John. Anyway, it's a great show. Cobra Kai season 3. I want y'all to check that out. It's excellent. It's worth your time.
Okay, so my check this out is it comes from England, and it's about a murderous villain. It's called the Ripper.
Sorry, new. Go ahead.
The Ripper. No, that your mistake actually worked quite well. Anyway, Corey's off for a piss. So the Ripper is all about a guy as a serial killer through the 1970s and 80s that killed women in North Yorkshire, in Yorkshire. And it just was how the police...
Was he white?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course he was.
Confirmed.
Of course he was. So it was just about this guy that just hoodwinked the police for like 5 or 6 years, killed all these women, and it's a great show and it's on Netflix. And Corey's about to come back and press pause. So
I gotta do more work. All right.
Hey, I thought black people have big letters.
I'm fine, man.
Some of your fucking small bladder shit.
All right.
Man. That's what's ready.
All right.
How many people?
You on Tinder or what are you doing?
But it is good. I like this.
I'll show you what I'm doing. Hold on.
Look.
This one right here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, for real, man.
Which one?
Shit, man.
I just found out
Not
my
Triple
basketball
XL,
league is postponed.
All right, y'all. So this has been the episode.
Wait a
this has
second.
been
We just had new news.
update. Breaking news.
What happened?
Yeah, the IBL 2021 is the Tunda sekarang, so like it means like it's postponed until March possibly. So that means I'm still a professional athlete, but I'm not gonna be playing basketball until like March.
You're gonna be playing me. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be playing me.
I'm gonna get my work in. You know what I mean?
That's real.
No,
That's
the real
real.
question is, are you still getting paid?
Yes. And honestly,
That's all that matters.
No, honestly,
Get that money.
the sacrifices that I made to be in this position, I'm a naturalized Indonesian player, so I'm not
Alhamdulillah.
local. I'm not like a local player. I'm a naturalized player. This year they made a category for naturalized players to enter. The
I
league.
googled you. I googled
so like
you.
it was literally a miracle because they said that we can play, then they canceled that we can play, then they changed the rule back and said that we can actually play, which secured a contract, which now, even though I can't play, I have a good situation. So I'm thankful for that.
Sounds like God working to me, brother. That's what I'm saying.
That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. All right, listen.
Sounds like we'll have another guest in a couple of weeks.
After I finish winning my game, after I win this 1-on-1, you know we gotta bring you back on the show so I can brag to all the fans how bad I beat you.
Catch us on YouTube next time. Jamarr versus Corey. Corey versus me.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be easy. That's gonna be a quick episode, man. That's gonna be like 3 minutes long. August ain't gonna make it. August ain't gonna make it.
Who's taking money? Who's taking money? I
All right, y'all,
guarantee
listen.
your fat ass can't do shit.
Yeah, okay, that's what your mouth said. First game. Excuse me. I'm looking at Instagram.
First game.
First episode from 2021. We've had brother Jamarr on here. Jamarr, JJ basketball, JJ
Elite.
JJ Elite basketball.
JJ Elite.
Check it out. August is in the house. Thank you for coming through. Our sponsor for the episode, Dapur Rubin. Gosh, I keep messing that up. Sorry about that.
It's also good though.
Dapur Rubin. And Giles, you got anything you want to say? Any parting words?
No.
That's why we don't have black pilots.
That's it. We've had enough. Black and the Brit. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Alpha males are back. Boy, back. And the alpha males are back.
Just as delicious as you can imagine.
The alpha males are back. Boy, back. And the alpha males are back.
Just want to degrade the white man.
Alpha